Time management. Now, this is a topic, this is an area most of the students told me, Miss, we need some guidance. I understand. Let me tell you some hints. Let me tell you some secrets or share you some secrets with. Usually for a business law paper, I've already given you the answering structure of the paper. So you have to answer 4 questions. You have 3 hours and 30 minutes. Please make sure your final 15 minutes is to submit your paper. Please make sure. A student who have done well will have no problem, no time restrictions of keeping that 15 minutes, because we all know there can be traffic. What if your paper doesn't get submitted? So do not wait till the last minute. So basically what I want all of you to know is there are only 3 hours and 15 minutes to answer this paper. 3 hours and 15 minutes. 3 hours and 15 minutes. Questions හතරක් තියෙනවා. Questions හතරකට answer කරන්න 3 hours and 15 minutes විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. පළවෙනි question එක compulsory. Compulsory කියන්නේ වැඩිපුර ලකුණු හම්බ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙනම් ඒ question එක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම කරන්න ඕනේ. So you need to write that question. So that question can be a little difficult also because that is compulsory. Best way what you can do is at least allocate 45 to 1 hour to answer your first question. පළවෙනි question එකට answer කරන්න keep 45 to 1 hour. Because your first question is going to be the most difficult and the longest question in the paper. All right? Your first question is going to be the most difficult and the longest question. So keep at least 1 hour to answer. And then from out of the other questions, you have to choose 3, right? Make sure only you spend only 20 minutes to answer 1 question. Let me repeat that. Make sure only you spend 20 minutes. Time it. Time your 20 minutes. Only 20 minutes in answering your question. Maximum 30. 30 වැඩි. ඇයි? තව පැයයි 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes is fine. So 1 hour you have kept for the first question and you have 2 hours and 15 minutes left. So you can easily allocate 20 to 30 minutes per question. And which leaves you more than enough time to recheck, redo, whatever. Let me tell you, students who think that there are so much of time end up having no time at all. හරිද මේ මං කියන විදිහට කරන්න නැති අයට මොකද දන්නවද වෙන්නේ පළවෙනි question එකටත් පැයක් යනවා දෙවෙනි question එකටත් පැයක් යනවා තුන්වෙනි question එකටත් පැයක් යනවා ඊට පස්සේ අන්තිම වෙද්දී ඉතුරු පැය භාග questions දෙකක් type කරන්න උත්සාහ කරනවා. Don't do that. Don't be greedy. Greedy කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Greedy doesn't, I'm not talking about the greed for marks. I'm talking about greed for information. When you find a question that you can write a lot, you want to write everything you know for that question. එහෙම නේද අපි කරන්නේ දැන් මම දන්නවා contract law ගැන. ඉතින් contract law question එකට ලියනවා ඉවරයක් නැහැ. පැය එකමාරක් තිස්සේ question එකම ලිය. question එකට answer එකක් ලියලා එක question එකට answer එකක් ලියනවා. Why? Because however much you write, you will only get 25 marks, nothing more than that. Please put that into your brain. However much you write. එකකට 25ක් ගන්න එකද ફોකස් කරන්න ඕනේ. එකකට 10 ගානේ අරගෙන 40ක් ගන්න එකද ફોකස් කරන්න ඕනේ. You do the calculation and tell me. No? So think about it. This is common sense. Is it more important to score 25 out of 25 or is it more important to score at least 40 per the paper? What is more important? So you need to do all the 4 answers. You need to write, you need to construct all the 4 answers for your question. Right? Because there can be easy questions, there can be difficult questions. Difficult question might need a little more time than usual. So you need to understand that. All right. So as I was saying earlier, first question allocate 1 hour And for each of the other questions, 20 to 30 minutes, 20 minutes maximum. Once 20 minutes are up, keep that answer there. Stop answering, move on to the next question. Trust me, I'll tell you how you're going to do this. Write the answer, stop the answer, move on to the next question. Write the answer, after 20 minutes, stop the answer, move on to the next question. If you think you might forget some points, keep a piece of paper beside you. Keep a piece of paper beside you. Ara question එකේ නවතිච්ච තැනට අදාළව ටක් ගාලා චුට්ටක් points ටික point form එකේ ලියලා තියාගන්න and move on to the next question. Once you have completed 4 questions, you will still have about 30-40 minutes to go. In that 30-40 minutes, fill up the answers that you kept incomplete. Now go back and complete the answers you left incomplete. Did I make myself clear? That is the strategy you have to approach. That is the strategy you have to utilize in order to get good marks. Otherwise, I'll tell you, there was this one student who was extremely smart. All right. Now, I'm talking about a UGC student, and I was expecting such a good grade for him. When I saw his paper, his first question was amazing. Now, once he graduates, I might be able to take the answers and, distribute among my students and tell them what went where wrong. But still, because he's still in the university, I can't do that. One day, maybe. So, first question, marvelous answer. Second question, marvelous answer. Third, incomplete. Fourth, incomplete. Why? He didn't have time. He had used all of his time for the first and second question. Instead of getting an A+, he just got an A- or a B+. I can't remember, but somewhere around B+ or A-. Why? Because his first and second questions are good, but I can only give so many marks for those. Questions third and fourth, incomplete. 2 paras, just 1 paragraph for 1 question and a very small sentence for the 4th question. He didn't have time. What a waste of good skill and smartness. What a waste of his work. Such a smart student. I was very sad to see that, but can't help. I can't give marks because the third and fourth don't have any answers that I can give marks to. So first thing, don't be greedy for information. Whatever you write, don't try to write everything you know. Always stick to the allocated time. You can complete your incomplete answer later and make sure you answer all the questions of the paper. Please. හතරක් ලියන්න කියනවා නම් හතරම ලියන්න. All right? Because as I said, it doesn't matter whether you get 25 out of 25. Because what matters is you get 40, at minimum 40 for the paper out of 100. All right? I hope you do the calculations. This is the part I love. I thought I should give special advice on this. Do you ever even read this part of the paper? You are told to read instructions carefully, but do you even read the instructions? Because in the questions, you have included into the Google form. I saw a few questions who had asked, Miss, do we have to upload the PDF submission? Do we have to upload our answer in PDF format? එහෙ වගේ question එකක් අහන්නේ, that means you don't read this part. Very wrong. මේ part එක කියවන්න නැති එක තමයි කරන ලොකුම වැරද්ද. See, because this gives you instructions. මේ ඔයාට paper එක ලියන්න දීලා තියෙන instructions ටික. මේක කියවන්න නැතුව කොහොමද? And for all the students who are asking me, Miss, are case laws important for everywhere? The instructions clearly tell you don't have to write case laws if the paper doesn't tell you to, if the question doesn't tell you to. So please take 5 minutes to read your instructions carefully. As undergraduates, this is the first thing you need to learn. Properly and correctly read your instructions from top to bottom. Antima akurata wenakam instructions tika hariyata kiyawanna. Be very careful. Now, most of the students, when you're submitting your answers, your naming conventions are absolutely wrong. Thank God we don't get marks for it because most of the students will be failing the exam there. ඇයි එහෙම වෙන්නේ? Naming convention එක හරියට ලියන්නේ නැත්තේ ඇයි? Because you haven't read the question, read the instructions. හරියට submit කරන්නේ නැත්තේ ඇයි? මොකද if you correctly submit, your naming convention should be module code, subject name, index number. But do we do that? කොහොමද දන්නවද ඔයගොල්ලෝ submit කරන්නේ? Business law 1, business law copy 2, business answer 1, law paper 1. On the naming conventions. And then sometimes I think, do I ever have taught anything to these students? Have I ever taught anything? That thought actually crosses my mind something, because I don't see if students have actually read the instructions, and I took 15 minutes of my time typing these instructions for you. Please read them; they are important.